Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to all the students. Welcome to this contractual arrangement discussion under part 2. So students, we in the part 1, end of part 1, we discuss about the cost, the target cost contract and the cost plus contract. And now let's look at how to manage the risk of the uncertainties in both contracts. So under the cost plus contract, the word guarantee maximum price is being introduced. Why guarantee maximum price is that although this contract is only being determined at the end of the project, the final cost, but the GMT sets the maximum sum that payable to the contractor in the contract, which means that in the GMP arrangement, the client will need to still accept the share risk between this kind of contractual arrangement. So he will reimburse the contractor only up to what has been agreed under the GMT. Beyond the GMT, what the contractor will anticipate is that the contractor need to cover the cost of the construction and also the management costs in related to the project until the project is completion. And the common GMT cost plus contract with GMT is normally used for design and build arrangement and the fast track contracts. So why GMT is common for design and build is because normally the responsibility to design and to construct the building or the infrastructure is on the contractor side, and this is where the contractor need to responsible to manage the project within the cost and the scope that has been decided, and beyond that will be the responsibility for the contractors. And the first track contract is where the project need to be completed in time with some urgencies, and it lies on the contractor's skills and in designing the project and also controlling the costs, and only the contractors knows what will be the exact risk and the construction technique, and within that very limited time. So that is why this type of contractual arrangement is suitable for design and build and the fast track contract. The last one is based on the method of procurement, which is a traditional procurement, design and build, and also management based. So in other words, it's very important that every student to understand what is a traditional procurement, what is design and build procurement, and what is the management based procurement. But whatever it is, all of this will be discussed further in next class, because we have a special topic in discussing about this procurement path of these 3 procurement paths. So just a brief before we start discussing in further next week. Traditional is the common arrangement of the procurement where the client will initiate a project, the consultant will prepare all the documents for tendering, and the contractor will be selected after the tender or negotiation. So this is a traditional arrangement. Design and build is where the single point responsibility happen, where the client express their intention, and the contractor will come in with the design and the proposed cost for the project, and also the responsibility to deliver the project on time is based on the contractor. And last one is a management base, is where It's the additional parties in the contract where the management company or consultant will help to manage the project between the client and the contractors. However, the management consultant is not part of the contract, but in some cases, the management contractor will be appointed by the management consultant, not directly to the client. So lastly is the term contract. The term contract is where normally for a maintenance where you only need the contractor for maintenance, repairing and renovation works in certain times, for example yearly or monthly. So the contractor undertakes the work specified description at the agreed rate stated in the contract period. And normally this contract is for areas of repairing, maintenance and renovations that includes the preventive and corrective maintenance for building and infrastructures. The usefulness of this contract is that the works can be initiated by instruction from time to time. It can be for example, for preventive and corrective maintenance in case there's a defect happen or things that need to be changed for the building. So it can be instructed from time to time. And the contractor need to be familiar with the property and a lower cost rather than attempting a new tenders just to do a maintenance work. Other type of contract is a labor and a material contracts, labor only contracts, and materials supply contract. So for the labor only contract is normally for a traders for a trade works, for example constructing a brick wall. So a team of gang of the laborers will be coming in and doing a work for the brick wall, and they will leave the site after that. So material supply contract is normally for supplying the materials only. It's like suppliers, for example, supplies of cement, sand, reinforcement, or for example, goods that covering equipment, furnitures, fittings, and so on. So I guess that's all for this week. At end of part 2 of this video. I hope the students that if you have any question, don't forget to write it down in the Google Classroom under discussion for this topic. Thank you very much and have a great day, and take care. Be safe.